Hello, welcome back to Optic Online. Today I'm going to take you through how you create such an infographic chart using condition formatting. First of all, we are going to consider months, that is Jan to December, with revenues for each month, and we shall set a target. So every time this target changes, you'll realize that anything below the target will be in red, and the month where we have above the target is in green. So if I change this to 8, you'll see the changes as we go ahead. And even when any of the month changes, let's say to 2, it will automatically pop a red because it is below the target. If I change this back, let's say to 20, you'll see if I change December to 7, it will increase but still to remain in red because it is still below the target, which is 9. Okay, let's stop with the talking and we hit to our practice. So how do you do this? For the start, always when you're dealing with a canvas in Excel, it is always more important to reduce on the distractions. That is, you go to view and you select or you check off the grid lines such that you have a nice canvas. If this is your first time to visit this channel, please go ahead and subscribe to Subtech Online and leave us a comment. Now the next thing is we are going to set data values for above and below the target. So this is going to be our target. I will highlight this to light blue, put the default value. Then we want to look at how do we consider this to be above? What is the check? So we shall use an if function, that is if B3 is greater or equal to the target, then what should we do? Return for us this value. Then in case it's not, then give us a not available function. Close and enter. So since this is less the target, that's why it is returning not available. I will drag that at the bottom. Now when you fill this to the bottom, remember that we have not, undo this, we have not locked the reference. We have to make sure that this is an absolute reference by locking the target. So I will select that F4 on your keyboard to lock the target, such that every time I fill this up to the bottom, we are still referring to the same target. So if I change this target to 2, you'll see everything is above. If I change this target to 14, you'll see those that don't pass. Now you do the same with below. For easiness, you can take the same function and change the greater sign to less, and make sure that we are capturing less this time. So otherwise, from principles, from basics, we still do equals to if this revenue in January is less than the target, then return for us the revenue. In case it's not, return for us the not available function. Why do we use this? It's because that this is always represented as blank or null in graphics. So when you're creating your charts, it is always blank. It is better than using a 0. So I will fill this to the bottom, but remember before that we have to make the target absolute by pressing F4, locking it, then go ahead and drag this. So you'll see that what doesn't pass above, it passes at below, and that's it. So the moment you're done with this, we are going to select both above, below, and the month, copy them, or you can go this way, insert. We are inserting a chart that is a stacked column chart. So inserting a stacked column chart, so you'll realize that anything in orange is our below, anything in blue becomes our above. So the first thing now we do here, we are going to create, we need the lines. So how do you create the lines? Those are error bars. So we are going to insert error bars and run them up to the bottom. So I will click first on the below, go to the plus, add elements, then hover up to error bars, click on that, go to more options. So on more options, we are going to select the minus because we want to run this up to the bottom. So here it runs always by 2, that's a fixed value. This time for us, we want to run it by percentage. We run it 100%. Why are we running it 100%? We want to run the error bar to run from the top 100% to the bottom. So that's it. You do the same thing with the above. Add error bars, then more options. That's minus, no caps. Remember to select that. Then percentage. This is 100%. So we shall check again the error bars at this point. We have to make sure that they have no caps. So enter. Here we go. Now the next thing is we are going to change this error bar. We are going to change the color by click on it. If you don't have this dialog box, in case it is disappeared, you can right click on this and go to format error bars to bring for you these options. Go to the painter bucket. Now we want our line to have a solid line that is red, because remember this is the below. Make sure that the width is 2.5. I will use that. Do the same for the above. This time the above, we are giving it a green solid line. Okay, solid line, green. Shall select a green on this. Then go ahead and increase the width to 2.5. So that being done, we are now getting rid of the bars. So how do you get rid of the bars? Let's start with the blue one. So when you click on that, the format data series, go on the bucket, on the fill. We are focusing the fill, not the border. The border is already should be no line. Then here the fill, we are going to do no fill. So when I click outside, you'll see it's green. So the moment I change this to 5, you should be seeing the changes. So 9, you should be seeing the changes. Now let's make sure that also we get rid of the below. So select any of the orange, the bucket format data series, change this to no fill. Make sure that even the borders no fill. So here we go. So I'm going to get rid of the grids, delete. I'm going to get rid of the legends, delete, and I'm going to get rid of the axis, delete, because I'm going to get my own. So here so far so good. if we check with what we already have, so far so good. Now, how do we create the data labels with the lollipop top? That is, you're going to go to insert. You look for a shape that is as an ellipse or oval, or it can be a circle. The moment you click on it, just click, don't drag. So we want to reduce this circle to a size that we can deal with. So when the shape format is still selected, come here, change this to 0.5 and change also the width to 0.5. So here we go. You can change the solid and the borders, but that can be done in a single click by going to the shape style. Look for the green. This is the green I'll go with. You can increase its radius by increasing this actually to 0.7 and 0.7. Here we go. I'll work with that. Now copy this, duplicate this, then you can change this to red because we need a green and red. So I can go to shape format, change that shape format to red, and that's enough. We shall use that. Now what's the next thing? We want to add the heads or the data labels. How do you do that? Now you know that when you're adding data to a given chart, you can always even just select the data, copy, click on the chart area and paste. That data will be pasted in the existing chart. So this time our below now has been represented as a blue, then our above is represented as a red. So I'll right click on any of them, go to, before that we need to change the chart type. So I'll click on change chart type. So the above, this time I'm going to change it to line with stacks. Even this one, change it to line with stacks. When you're done with that, go ahead and do OK. This is what we have. Now I will copy the shape I need to put on the above, select the line chart with markers, then you do a Ctrl V, then copy the red and select the line with the markers you inserted at the top, Ctrl V. So it is going to have the lollipops, but now we have to get rid of the lines. Remember, it was a line with the markers. So how do you get rid of the lines is, we can start with this. The moment you select that, go to the format data series bucket pointer. These are the markers, leave them out. We are focusing on the line, make it no line. We get rid of the line. The same thing here, even if you don't have the line, make sure that you have no line. So this being selected, we can start with the red, right click on it, you say add data labels. There we go. The moment the data labels are added, right click on the data labels, you say format data labels. So the moment we get this format pen, look for where there is center. I will center those. Go ahead and make this white. You can increase the font and bold them. That's being done. It means that if even I change at this point a 4, these ones will have the data. If I change this to 14, all the reds are having the data. Let's go to the green. So right click on this, add data labels. Here they are added. Right click on the data labels, add format labels. So center them, bold them, and change them to white. There we go. So when we compare with pre and the session, all is good. So here now you can go ahead and do the other formattings by changing our title to monthly revenue, then there is something else. You can always go ahead and get icons by going to insert icon. You can always search for icons. If you have 365, then you'll always get the icons, or you can use the website and download icons you need to use. So here I will type revenue and pick one of the icon. I can pick this and insert. So this is my icon. Go ahead and have it in the right position. So you can even give it a color that will match with your graphic. So this is it. You can go ahead and add more and more as to make sure that it aligns with what you're working on. So you can use the same for your dashboards, and you can check our courses attached in the description below, links in the description below, and some of the videos that can give you more context to how we create dashboards in Excel. So here now we go. If I change our target to 8, automatically it is dynamic. If I change our target to 14, it is dynamic, and if I change our targets to 15, here we go. So in case I changed any value here, like let's say June to 17, it will automatically change to that. And please make sure that if this video has been so essential and insightful, please leave us a comment. Go ahead and subscribe to Subtech Online, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.